So, Meghan Markle's 44th birthday was supposed to be this huge thing about love, celebration, and togetherness. You know, champagne, speeches, maybe a heartfelt toast. Yeah, instead, it looked like a hostage situation with rosé, and trust me, the worst part wasn't even the flower sprinkles. Kyle ate one and started swearing he could see the ghost of Princess Diana, riding a corgi through Montecito like she was competing in the Kentucky Derby. Nope, the worst part was watching Prince Harry, the guy who literally gave up castles, titles, and servants, get treated like the event caterer at his own wife's party. Okay, so here's the deal. Meghan and Harry have been doing this "We're Still So Happy" tour, smiling in public, matching outfits, holding hands like middle schoolers at the mall. But everybody knows their marriage is on life support. You can practically hear the beeping. So for her birthday, Meghan's like, "Let's prove the haters wrong," which in Meghan's speak apparently means throwing a party where she invites her mom, a handful of close friends, which might actually just be PR consultants in sunglasses, and technically, yes, Harry. But there's a catch. He has to stand near the buffet table, nod politely, and not speak unless spoken to. I'm serious. I'd seen him earlier that day in Montecito, walking past the boutiques, like Oliver Twist staring at a bakery window. The guy's got no budget, no plan, and definitely no $100,000 diamond bracelet in his pocket. He's pressing his face against Tiffany's glass like, "Please, sir, may I have just one moderately priced trinket?" And I'm thinking, if this is what love looks like, then my parents' divorce was basically a Hallmark movie. So we're all standing outside Meghan's massive house, and Cartman's already scheming. He's like, "Dude, this is the perfect time to start CSI Montecito." And I'm like, "Cartman, what are you even talking about?" He leans in, all serious, and goes, "First case, Meghan Markle's real age. Is she 44, 54, 104? We're gonna find out." Next thing I know, he's in this thrift store trench coat, holding Meghan's driver's license up to the sunlight, muttering about watermarks and paper mill inconsistencies. Kenny's next to him with one of those little tree ring counters we used in science class, except he's pressing it against a rolled-up yoga mat she once sat on. Then Butters shows up, all excited, holding a plate of those flower sprinkles Meghan puts on everything. He's like, "Gosh, fellas, I'll be the official tester," and shoves a handful in his mouth. 10 minutes later, Butters is sitting cross-legged in the driveway, whispering about King Charles, riding a giant tea bag through the River Thames. Meanwhile, Kyle's actually trying to help Harry. He sets up this NFT fundraiser to buy him a real gift, but it's literally just 400 stock photos of Harry looking progressively sadder, each with captions like, "Send help," and "Will work for privacy." We get inside and Meghan unveils her main attraction, the Luxury Poverty Olympics. She's like, "To honor the less fortunate, we'll be drinking Napa Rosé from sustainable plastic cups and nibbling on artisanal, rescued canapes." I swear, one appetizer was just a single crouton with a post-it note that said organic. And that's when the night completely went off the rails. Out of nowhere, the whole living room turns into a live-stream reality game show called Whose Womb Is It Anyway? Kyle's standing under this giant spinning wheel, covered in random womb donors' names, calling out, "And the potential birth mother for round one is," and then flicking it so hard you can hear it squeak. Every time the wheel lands, Meghan gasps, "That's private!" And the audience, yeah, there's suddenly a studio audience, boos like they're at a bad improv show. Then Harry gets yanked into a segment called Guess Your Wife's Age. First guess, 44. Meghan's smile freezes like someone just unplugged her. Second guess, 38. Bam, there goes a Rolex, handed to Kyle like it's Monopoly money. Every wrong guess, another Rolex disappears. By the third one, Harry's sweating like he's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, except he's the only contestant who's both losing and broke. And just when you think it can't get weirder, King Charles and Prince William crash through the side gate like they're making a WWE entrance. They grab Meghan's Duchess of Sussex sash and start an actual royal title tug-of-war. Meghan's in the middle squeaking like a chew toy. Harry's chugging rosé straight from the bottle, and Charles is shouting, "For king and country," while William's yelling, "Over my dead corgi." Meanwhile, Cartman has abandoned CSI entirely and is now running a pop-up merch booth in the driveway. He's selling canceled Duchess hoodies with Meghan's face in Comic Sans, and the tagline, "Still Duchess, still petty." I'm standing there thinking, we're like 3 minutes away from someone getting decapitated by a tiara. And that's when I'm like, smash that like button before Kyle spins the wheel and it lands on your mom. So yeah, the party ends. Kinda. Harry falls asleep in the koi pond, clutching his birthday gift to Meghan, which, by the way, is a fishing rod. He bought at Target. Meghan goes live on Instagram with her "With Love Meghan" recap, editing Harry out completely, like he's just an extra who wandered into frame. Randy, for some reason, decides this whole thing is a metaphor for America's decline. He starts organizing a Save Harry beer festival in the backyard, complete with a dunk tank, shaped like Meghan's Netflix contract. And I'm just standing there thinking, we came for cake, we left with trauma, and I think the cake was made out of quinoa and lies. By the next morning, the media's in full meltdown mode. Fake headlines everywhere. Meghan's birthday guests hospitalized after flower sprinkle trip. Prince Harry officially becomes furniture. CSI Montecito renewed for second season. Twitter, or X, or whatever we're calling it now, is trending with hashtag Free Harry, hashtag Moonbump Cake, and hashtag Duchess of Selfies. Meghan, being Meghan, seizes the moment and launches a new wine line, Rosé Redemption, claiming it's age-defying and spiritually infused with empowerment. And Cartman? He's already made $800 selling 44ish Forever hoodies to people who think this is the next great feminist scandal. And here's the thing, if your marriage is strong, you don't need a fake united front. You just live your life. If it's weak, well, you can always hire Netflix to film the wreckage and call it content. So as Meghan blows out her candles, the room goes dead quiet. Harry leans over and whispers something. Maybe I love you. Maybe please let me go. And then, out of nowhere, a kombucha bottle flies in from off-screen and nails Harry right in the forehead. Meghan gasps. Kyle yells, "Headshot!" Cartman tries to sell it as an NFT. And I'm just like and subscribe before Meghan trademarks birthdays. Because if there's one thing we've learned, no matter how messy things get, there's always someone ready to sell you the merch.